what was going on here was that the right to be safe was being converted into a right to feel safe.
Mm.
And that idea that the obligation of the university is to police the activities of all its members to make sure that nobody feels safe is a very familiar kind of argument from the last 20, 30 years of identity politics and culture wars, promoted as much or more by the left. And that was what was so interesting to me, was that the structure of the language, that we have to honor the subjective feelings of the people who feel feared because they know what oppression is, and it's the oppressed know what the oppression is, and only they can. So you can't question, say, Jews when you say, actually, this isn't anti-Semitic, it's a form of political criticism or something like that. In virtue of feeling that way, they are effectively unsafe, and there's a political obligation by the authorities to punish anyone who makes them feel safe. And that this right to feel safe overrides the normal civil liberties of everybody else. So people don't get to claim they have a civil liberty to say free speech or freely associate and protest if it causes other people to feel vulnerable.
Mm.
And then alongside that was people claiming they just are being harmed. Just the very fact of having to hear it is harming them because it just causes them distress and trauma. So that angle so it's either it's causing harm or it's harassment of them on the basis of identity, or, and this is sort of the bedrock thought, it causes people feelings of insecurity. And when they feel insecure, they don't feel like they can participate. And therefore, you've got to first police everyone's civil liberties until those other people can reassure everyone else that they're not going to exercise those civil liberties in ways that make other people feel unsafe. Since that's impossible, it just means you get a very authoritarian way of exercising the administrative power of the university, and eventually the police get called in as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really, I guess one of the responses that people might have is like, oh, it's snowflakism and it's really, just, toughen up a little bit.